Hey guys, it's Mac and welcome back to another video. Let's get right into it. Here's the very first fence design I have to show you. This one I used lime green concrete as well as weathered copper blocks and red brick walls to bring extra color to the build. It does have a little entryway here. Okay, moving on to wall number 2. Definitely more of a muted color palette than the last one. I used the mud bricks to try to look like stacked sandbags. And then obviously we have just other debris. Moving on to number 3. For this fence, I used cobweb blocks to look like barbed wire, as well as 2 contrasting colors of trapdoor. Here's wall number 4. I tried to make it look like there's a dumpster or a trash can there. For the 5th junk fence, I tried another attempt at making sandbags, and this time I used endstone and sandstone blocks instead of mud. Okay, moving on. This is one of my favorites of the smaller walls actually, because I just really love the way the netherrack looks with the orange and the green blocks. Lots of colorful contrast. I added the dripstone at the top. Moving on to number 7. This one is more of an overgrown little street light. Here's wall number 8. And here's number 9. Here is 10. And you can see with a lot of these, I use pretty much the same formula. So you'll pick a couple of trapdoors, a couple of wall blocks you like, and then a few decorative blocks, and you just layer those on top of each other, and it gives you a pretty convincing junk fence. We'll move on to number 11. This one's a smaller one. Alright, and then number 12 marks the first of the bigger fences. This one is one of my favorite builds in the entire video, so I utilized the magenta glazed terracotta over there with the arrows. Definitely an underused block. And then we have the gate, it's half drawn, and also a guard tower up top. Not too much room in it, but I mean, you could always expand it outwards. Here's number 13. I added a little tunnel entrance, the banners, and then also another guard tower area. Here we are at number 14. Always love the look of the black and yellow against each other. Number 15. Another guard tower. I really love using these signs behind the chains to kind of make the chains actually look like they're more connected to the wall post here, because normally there's a gap between them, but with the signs back there you don't notice the sky through the gap. So here's number 16, a corner piece. Another little trash can, trash bags on the side. I added the campfires to the top of the fence on this one. I really liked that. Number 17. For number 18, I incorporated 2 cars into the wall. Here is number 19, and this one was a bit of a challenge for me because it was the first time I've ever tried to build a car that wasn't on flat ground, and I think it turned out okay. Got a nice billboard design. Alright, and then for build number 20, I built an old hippie bus into the side of the wall, and as you can see, I used several different colors of glazed terracotta to represent a mural that was painted on it. I also added a large billboard and a couple of guard towers. And I did an interior to the bus as well. Oh. So here's the interior. And up here in the driver's seat. Obviously it does not run anymore. Okay. And you can also go up on the top to access this guard tower. Number 21 is another corner piece. This one's actually a corner piece with an entrance. And I put a little turret here on the top. Again with the cobwebs to represent barbed wire. Number 22 here is one of the more interesting builds, I think, on the whole list. So this one is just a junk car wall. And again, you see I built another car that is sitting up a layer. Here, let me go to the back. It's a little easier to tell. So it is going up one block on an angle. That was pretty hard to build. We got several cars flipped on their sides. Some are just straight. And a little walkway through right here. For build number 23, I added 2 guard towers and a partially open entrance gate. There's a flipped car here on the side and a little bit more of that magenta terracotta. This time I actually used coral to represent barbed wire instead of the normal cobwebs. And I think that worked out really well. Here is wall number 24, and this is probably the biggest wall in the whole video. This one's a container wall, and I actually built this one to kind of function as a town. I mean, there's all sorts. Now, I didn't fully decorate it, though. But there are all sorts of rooms in here that you can decorate and fill with different shops and things. Have a little lookout post here on the side. Build number 25 is the second container wall, this one much smaller. Number 26. Number 27. Again with the coral on the top to act as barbed wire. And another guard tower. Here is number 28. And number 29. This one is also one of my favorites, the 3 crushed cars. And number 30. For this one, I built a yellow school bus. Added a turret on the top. Here's number 31, and then with this one I went with more of a raider type vibe. Moving on to number 32. Another dumpster in the side. This one's number 33, and I really like this build because of the contrast between the blue concrete blocks and the acacia trapdoors, as well as the warped copper grates. And then we also have a large entrance right here. I used the banners again to make it look like cloth is draped down. Another little guard tower. And for number 34, we have a flipped purple car as part of the wall. That will be the conclusion of my 30 junk fence designs. I hope you found something you liked, something you haven't seen before, or something you can use in your world. Please like, share, and sub. Thanks, guys.